Hello, hi, namaste, assalamu alaikum, sat sri akal, vanakkam, kem cho, solimelu, namaskaram, adab, and a very warm greeting of the day to my lovely audience here. Imagine you're about to get married to a person and you have no idea about their qualities, their behavior, their attributes, their interests, or anything for that matter. What would your plight be once you get married? So a very similar example is here. You commit yourself to a subject for the next couple of months, for one semester, but you have no idea what the subject holds, what the content is, what are its objectives, what are the entire syllabus, which are the chapters, which are the minute details that you need to focus upon. And at the end of the day, during your examination, you get surprised as in, oh my god, seriously, was this a part of my syllabus? I had no idea about this. That is why in today's video, we will be discussing the chapters. We will be discussing the syllabus content of second semester, BA, BSc, BCA, BCom and BBA, L2 Generic English paper. If you remember from the previous video, there are 4 language learning skills: listening, speaking, reading and writing. And I had also told the marking system in the video prior to it. So this paper, second semester, all the first year students, your marks will be divided like this: 30 marks for LSRW skills and 30 marks for prose and poetry. 40 marks for internals, that is separate. Out of the 60 marks for externals, 30 marks from the previous year question paper was allotted for LSRW skills and 30 marks for prose and poetry. Please keep this in mind. A disclaimer before we start the content: there will be rupturedness, there will be little mistakes here and there, and I would request you to please accept those mistakes and accept me as one of you, because during live classes we'll be more lively, we'll be more active because there will be students sitting, but here I'm talking to the camera, right? So there is a possibility that I may commit some stuttering, some stammering, some repetitions, some alliterations, etc. Please bear with me for the next couple of minutes. In this video, we will be discussing Unit 1, that is receptive skills and productive skills from your syllabus. So let's get started. Receptive skills and productive skills, the Unit 1 of your syllabus, is majorly same for all the streams: BA, BCA, BCom, BSc and BBA. Okay, 85% of the syllabus is similar. 10-15% here and there are slight changes. So I will be taking in all the 5 streams together so that one video will suffice for all the audience, for the audience of different streams. Chapter 1 is about passage. That is reading a passage to give a title or reading a passage to give the theme. If you remember, in your first semester, there was the concept of skimming and scanning. What is skimming and scanning? A passage was given and a couple of questions were given. You had to read the passage and answer the following questions. Even here, it is quite similar. Few questions will be given and you have to answer those questions, but this is more narrowed down. It is thematic in nature and you have to give a specific title, etc. Okay, there are different types of questions: factual question, referential question, inferential question and global question. On every stream they have narrowed it one type of question to one stream. Okay, what is it in detail we will discuss in the coming videos, but for then I will give you a quick glimpse of it. I will show a passage here. A passage is being showed on the screen. I want you to pause the video and read this passage for a while. I hope you have read the video. Now, to those who haven't read, I cannot come out of the screen and punish you. Okay, if it was a live class, I would have come and I would have said, please read it once because it's good for you. If you haven't read it, please rewind it, read it again. To those who have read it, give a suitable title to the passage. What does the passage talk about? It talks about kabaddi, the intricacies of kabaddi, how kabaddi, being a desi sport, has uplifted itself to be an international game. Okay, how it has been an international standard game now. So you have to give a suitable title. anything of your sort. This is subjective in nature. Every student can have different answer for the same question. Please keep one thing in mind, this is very easy to score. It's a very easy scoring part of your syllabus. Be on point. Imagine for the passage I showed you, you give a title such as kidney dialysis. How would that sound? Absolutely rubbish and irrelevant, right? So read the passage and give a suitable title that suits the passage. Chapter 2 is about vocabulary building. Reading for vocabulary building. What is vocabulary? The use of words. Knowing more words is very important to enhance our language skills, right? There are different topics covered inside this. For example, synonyms and antonyms, homonyms, homophones, prefixes, suffixes, collocations, etc. We will discuss this in detail in the upcoming videos, but let me give you a glimpse of each of it in a very short period of time. Synonyms and antonyms. We all know what is it, but at the right moment we get confused with the actual terms. So here is a quick technique. Synonym, same. The words which are similar, the words which have a similar meaning to the given words are called as synonyms. For example, bad. You can use different words for it. You can use synonyms, same words for it. Bad, awful, terrible, horrible. Good, fine, excellent. Big, large, enormous, giant. Small, tiny, mini, little, etc. What are antonyms? Anti-corruption, anti-terrorism, something which is against the given word. Okay, so basically opposite words. Anti, anti, antonyms. A word will be given and you have to write the word which has an opposite meaning of the given word. For example, achieve, fail. Afraid, confident. Innocent, guilty. If you're a BCom student, there is a beautiful line in your business law. Why do I remember this? Is because I had a lovely lecturer for business law. She had explained this. Any person is innocent until proven guilty. Innocent, the antonym of innocent is guilty. Something like that. So those are antonyms. Next up we have homonyms. Quite very interesting. There are words which have the exact same pronunciation and exact same alphabets. Okay, there are words which have exactly the same pronunciation and exactly the same alphabets, but they have different meanings. For example, bat. When I say bat, what does come to your mind? A bat has two meanings. One, that with the help of which you can hit a ball. The one that we play cricket with. The second bat is that thing who sits like this. The bird, okay, the creature, that is bat. The second example is address. A-D-D-R-E-S-S. Address. They have two meanings. One is the location, your home address, your postal address, etc. Second is addressing someone, communicating to someone, address the audience, address the gathering, etc. The third example is circular. One meaning is any object that is round in shape, anything that is circular in shape. The second is circulars given by the government, circular issued by the Mangalore University, a medium of communication, an official medium of communication, letters. Okay, so these are homonyms. A slightly variating topic, homophones, where you have the same pronunciation but you have different spellings, different alphabets and different meanings. For example, brake and brake. Brake of your vehicle, to pause, to get it to a halt. Break, to cut a bigger object into smaller pieces. Or check and check. Check as in the bank draft which you use for encashing, for business transactions, and check is to examine, C-H-E-C-K. Or there is another example of peace and peace. Peace, shanti. Peace, peace. Okay, so basically you pronounce it the same way, but they have different meanings and different alphabets. They are homophones. Prefixes and suffixes. The same. We know this, but we get confused at the right time. So here is the technique. Alphabetically, P comes first and S comes later. Right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So basically, prefixes are those words which you add at the beginning of a word, and suffixes are those alphabets or words which you add at the ending of a word. There is a word, you add something in the beginning to give it a different meaning. Those are prefixes. For example, believable, unbelievable, correct, incorrect. Weave, reweave. Appeared, disappeared. And what are suffixes? There is a word, you add one more word at the end of this word to give it a different meaning. For example, endless, effortless, ageless, or region, al is the suffix, regional, emotion, al is the suffix, emotional, or child, childish, snob, snobbish, etc. Next up, there is the idea of collocation. What is collocation? A collocation is two or more words that often go together. Now, there are no rules that these words have to go together, but the native English speakers find that these words form well together. For example, natural English. We do not say unnatural English. There is a word called as fast food. You can say fast food. It's been normalized, but you cannot say quick food, though they mean the same. In contrast, you can say a quick meal. Let's have a quick meal, but you cannot say let's have a fast meal, right? So this is a little intricate, but we will discuss this in detail. Please do not worry in the coming videos. The next couple of chapters, chapter 5, 6, 7 or 5, 6, 7, 8 are based on listening. Different theoretical topics are discussed here. For example, what is listening? What are the types of listening? What are the barriers to effective listening? How to enhance effective listening skills, etc. For your kind information, this is for internal assessment, okay? And basically, we study the theoretical part of it here. You need to implement this in your practical life. Let me give you a quick glimpse of listening. Listening is completely different from hearing. Any sound or vibration that falls on your ears is called as hearing. Whereas listening is a little complex process where your brain is involved, where your mind is involved. You try to understand, you try to comprehend the message that is received on your ears. Here are the 4 steps of listening. Listening can be classified like this. First, hear, then comprehend or understand, retain, and reproduce. If you can pass through all these 4 processes, they are called as listening. Now, there are barriers to listening. What is barrier to listening? You want to listen something very clearly, but there is construction going on outside. There is external noise. You cannot listen. Your mind is not at the present moment. Teachers keep saying this, you're physically present, mentally absent, etc. You're thinking of something, your health is not fine, etc. There are a lot of barriers to communication, and then there are ways to overcome these. Okay, we will discuss these in detail in the coming videos. There are also different types of listening. For example, broadly, there is active listening and passive listening. Active listening is an interactive process where you nod, where you literally listen, where you try to understand. And passive listening is a mechanical process where you are just like what you do inside the class as students. The best example, you're sitting inside the class and your teacher is explaining and you're like, do I have to listen to all this? Yes, I have to, because I'm sitting here. The teacher asks you a question and you'll be like, you do not respond. Do whatever you want. I'm not going to answer. That is passive listening, where you do not interact, where you do not make an effort to understand, where it's a very mechanical process. That is passive listening. Apart from this, we have some other types of listening. For example, discriminative listening, comprehensive listening, deep listening, therapeutic listening, etc., appreciative listening, etc. Okay? Yes, in the coming videos. These were the receptive skills which dealt with reading and, yes, listening. Now, let's discuss the productive skills part of your syllabus. That is Unit 2. Number 1, the Chapter 8, Chapter 9 is reported speech. What is reported speech? Basically, you're reporting something. Imagine you have a friend whose name is Stalin, and there is a girl who likes him. And she says, you hear that girl saying, I like Stalin. So you run to Stalin and you tell him, she said she likes you. She said she likes you. So basically what you did was you listened to a conversation somewhere and you reported it to your friend. Stalin, she likes you. Okay. One more example is, imagine you were absent for the previous class. A new lecturer has been appointed and your friend tells you, Maga, teacher is very strict. So you go to another friend who was absent alongside you and you tell him, he said the teacher was strict. What are you doing? You're reporting something. So this is reported speech. Next up, we have dialogue writing. It's a very interesting thing to learn. Now, please don't get flabbergasted. Dialogue writing doesn't mean writing a dialogue like entertainment, entertainment, entertainment. कितने आदमी थे, 2 थे सरदार और तुम 3 फिर भी खाली हाथ आ गए. Or the dialogue like ಇದು actually ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋದು. No, we don't write dialogues like this. Yes, they have their own importance in the context of that movie, but here the very important aim of dialogue writing is to initiate conversation, is to make you better at speaking. Okay, we focus on the grammar part of your writing and the logical formation of sentences, etc. How this will be evaluated is a series of conversation will be given, for example, between Rahul and Ajay. They will be left blank. Some conversations will be left blank and you have to fill those conversations. One chance. The second instance can be they will give you an instance. For example, 2 people are in this situation, initiate a conversation between them and write a dialogue. Okay, so you have to do that. So basically we focus on these things. Why do we need to learn dialogue writing is to develop the skill of creative writing and dialogue writing, to level up our speaking skills and writing skills in the form of conversations, in the form of communication. There is yet another concept of creative writing for BA students. What if creative writing is basically we engage in the writing process with a little ornamental language. We use symbols, metaphors, and make it more creative. We make it more pleasing. Okay, that is creative writing. Next chapter is about summarizing. One thing we are very good at is we study one pointer, one heading, and we stretch it for 1.5, 2 pages in our examination. My students do it. I did it as a student too, but please don't do it as an evaluator. I'm telling you, it's very bad. It's very boring. Don't do it. There is an opportunity that you may lose marks. Okay. So what is summarizing? The contrast of stretching. A huge passage will be given, or imagine you read one entire book and you have to summarize that book. You have to write a review of that book. What you're doing is, out of that 100% that you have accumulated, you present it in 10 or 20%. For example, there is an entire page of passage given and you have to summarize it in less than 5 words. This is a very good skill because the modern tools such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. There you have to condense, you should know the art of condensing the information, right? So that is where summarizing comes into help. You know a lot of things, yes, but you should know how to summarize it, how to reduce the information and narrow it down to the need of the consumers. That is summarizing. Speech writing, essay writing, and news reporting or news writing. Essay writing and news writing is quite similar, where a topic will be given and you have to write an essay. You have to elaborate it. Okay, there is a format body where there is an introduction, there is a body of content, and there is a conclusion which we need to follow. We will discuss this. Then there is speech writing, where you will be given instances. For example, imagine you are the president of the student union of your college. Give an introductory speech on the inauguration of Students' Council. Or imagine you are the sports secretary of your college. On behalf of sports, they give a motivational speech. Or imagine you are being invited as a resource person. Give a speech, write a speech on this topic. Students, please remember one thing here. You're writing the speech, you're not narrating it. We are very good at narrating, but we commit a lot of mistakes while writing. So this is speech writing. We need to focus on grammar, we need to focus on sentence formation, and we need to focus on the little intricacies that are there, which if you do not focus will leave a void in your speech writing and essay writing part. So we will focus on it too. With that, we come to the first part, that is receptive skills and productive skills. So basically the things that I've discussed, these constitute 30 marks for your external examination. If you're wondering why did I do this video, it is because we should have a mind map of the things that we are going to read, things we are going to learn. There is an opportunity that you may be absent, you may have bunked the classes, which we students do a lot, isn't it? There is an option of that, or your teacher may have not taught it to you, or you may have skipped it during your examination. What happens when you have a mind map is you know, you can expect it. Okay, you can expect these things in your examination, and I think with this You have your foundation ready. In the coming videos, we will discuss the upper part of it, the more detailed part of it. But this is the basic foundation for receptive skills and productive skills. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this video, and to those who have skipped the video, thank you so much too, because you're here, you're watching this. In the next video, in the upcoming series of videos, we will discuss the second part of your syllabus, that is prose and poetry. Every stream have different prose and poetry, approximately 5 to 6 in each stream, BA, BSc, BCom, BCA and BBA. Okay, we will discuss in detail a surface level learning of each lesson. Why this is useful is because you should know what you're learning. There is the concept of learning and unlearning, right? What is it? It's a little trick, especially when it comes to academics. It's a secret which your teachers will not tell you, but I will tell you, not now, in the coming videos. Okay, so every class, BA, all the prose and poetries we'll discuss in a separate video, BSc separately, BCom separately, BBA separately and BCA separately. And students, before you leave, I will leave a link in the description below. Leave, live, he. They sound the same, but they have a different meaning. Okay, sorry. I will leave a link in the description below. You will get an access to your syllabus. All the 5 streams, it is 1 page each for different streams. You can download it from there. And if you have any queries, you can drop it down in the comment section below. Simply type a comment that this is your doubt, and I will make a video on it in the coming days, or I will respond to you then and there in the comment section. So please do, I do not ask you to subscribe. That's fine. If you like it, you can subscribe it. If you don't like your teacher, that's fine. In the coming days, I'll try to be a little more better at this. Thank you.